How are y'all feeling right now? EHHH. Terribly lonely edit. Thanks for all the love and support as well as the award. I've gotten a lot of messages with a lot of love and care, so thanks. I just want to throw it out there as well, but I'm not suicidal or depressed in any way, I'm just very lonely. But thank you for your concern, it truly means the world to me. Nobody is going to see this, but I'm feeling the best I ever have done. I'm finally showing signs of recovery from my open heart surgery and finally build up the courage to ask out my best friend. Edit. Thanks for all the kind replies, everyone. Edit 2. Thanks for the awards. I didn't expect this comment to be my most popular one, lol. Edit 3. Since so many people asked, she said yes. Edit 4. Thank you all for all the replies. This thread has made my 2020. I hope every single person reading this to have an amazing day. Proud of myself for officially making it 8.5 months without self-harm and 2 weeks without smoking. If anybody wants to talk, feel free to DM me. Sulking because my belly hurts. I ate too much licorice again. I am heading to bed, y'all. I will try to reply to as many posts as I can in the morning. Not okay, 'cause I still have a lot of requirements to pass and it's a group requirement. Group work's been an annoyance ever since the start of online class, and it's tiring when most of your groupmates will just rely on you to do almost all the work. I'm hangry and I'm all out of Snickers. Scared about Tuesday. Just woke up and my eyes hurt because I cried myself to sleep last night. Thank you for the hugs and your kind words, everyone. I guess I'll be okay, it's just a little messed up right now. I have COVID-19. Having random pains throughout my body and high body temperature that meds do not help to lower it at all. Hopefully it remains as the only symptoms for this. Contracted it from my twin brother. Even with wearing masks, using hand sanitizer, high level of hygiene. I feel like my life is paused until this passes, hopefully. Pretty good. I'm fostering the sweetest little kitten who survived attack by a buzzard. Exhausted but excited. My wife and I just had our first baby. A girl. I have PTSD from an abusive relationship 9 years ago that only this year have I come to terms with and confronted. I have had an intimate relationship since 2013, and last night I had the most whirlwind sex with a guy I've been talking to for such a short period of time. He let me be self-conscious about my body and didn't make me take my dress off. He treated me like the most beautiful person in the world and didn't stop telling me. He didn't expect anything in return and he bought me beautiful flowers. I'd say I'm feeling really freaking great. Currently scrolling through Reddit in my bedroom to avoid socializing at a family gathering at my house. It's not that I don't want to, but I get social anxiety and have a limit to how much interacting I can handle before I need me time to recharge. Looks around at all the BS that's been happening lately. Gestures vaguely. Lonely as hell. Worried that my friends I love to death only invite me out because they feel bad for me and not because they actually enjoy seeing me. Which makes me never ask to join them when they are hanging out, even though I really want to. Because I figure if they wanted me to come they'd have asked by now. The only thing stopping myself from committing self-deletus is my dog. Good THNX. How about you? Frightened of another lockdown now. I've had to move back in with my parents as I don't feel comfortable or safe around my dad. Very lonely as my closest friends are all so busy with relationships that I've lost them, and I have just found out my ex, who was my best friend for years and the love of my life, was cheating on me. The world's on fire and IDK, what to do? Regret. Just spent $60 on damn DoorDash delivery for mostly liquor. Pretty good. I've been fighting for my life in hospital for almost a week with COVID-19 and pneumonia. The doctor told me I can go home tomorrow. Feeling a bit sad, anxious, stressed and a tad lonely. Thank goodness for my cat though, tears of joy. Right now I'm worried about an online friend that lives in the Philippines. Her area is going to be hit by the super typhoon in less than an hour. I'm worried for the world. I know there's always bad stuff happening and there's always sadness, but everything feels just extra negative. especially here in the US. Saw a rally today with people holding signs saying, "Make liberals cry again," with big smiles on their faces and cheering. I'll never understand why people want others to be unhappy or wish harm on people. I just wish a peaceful and happy life for everyone. Anxious about Tuesday and the next year or so. If anyone reads this, be kind to yourself and try to be nice to others if you have the energy to be. Frustrated that I live in a country where the government can break their own rules with no consequences ever. I don't know. Everything's going downhill. My parents are divorcing, which my family and I are happy about. They were really unstable, but I can't live with my mom, and since my dad has to help my mom get a place first, I'll be staying with her. My mom is very bad for my mental health. Our schedule is so fucked up right now. I don't know if I'm going to be homeless by January. I can't see my friends because I have to get a job sooner than expected to help pay for a place for us to stay. I'm a minor still. I'm dropping out of school so I can work and be here for my sister. I don't know when I'll be able to see my girlfriend next. Last time I saw her was a couple weeks ago, and we hadn't seen each other since March. I feel utterly useless. I genuinely don't know if I can do it anymore. I haven't slept in weeks, eaten in days, and I can't talk to people about any of my problems or issues because they're busy and have their stuff. I have a therapist, but she doesn't even fully listen. She just suggests venting to my friends. I can't do anything. I'm overworking myself and I can't take a break. I genuinely want to die, and I haven't felt that way since I was 12. Honestly, really bad. Empty, and I know no one will read this, but I post anyway just to prove my point. Drunk but happy. So many people in here are feeling down. I am too. We will get through this. There is light at the end of the pandemic tunnel, I know it. Pretty lonely. Moved to Cape Town and don't know anyone. Also, it's so hard to make friends here because everyone is so clique-y. So very lonely, and I feel like I'm missing out on important parts of my life. Anxious. The election is making me anxious for my country more than anything. I also have anxiety because my husband has stage 4 lung cancer and he has a CT scan this week. We're hoping the drug they have him on is still working to shrink the cancer and pretty much keep it in stasis. I'm actually on an anxiety medicine, and it's not as bad as it used to be, but I feel like I have a lot to worry about right now, even though worrying will get me nowhere. Good. Na you. Super bored. I've been bored for a long time. I hope I find a way to stop being bored. Apprehensive for what will happen on Tuesday and the next few weeks. I could use a friend to talk to. I feel happy. I was able to pull off my drag queen costume for Halloween. 16M. Edit. Just a heads up, I'm a straight guy. I dressed in drag because my mother and sister wanted to do makeup on me for some ungodly reason. But I went along with it, so just letting you guys know. Shitty. Can't sleep. Took my mom to the hospital last night for COVID. Currently babysitting my dad and aunt's husband, both positive and Alzheimer's. Aunt passed away 4 hours ago. Hopefully my mom has a full recovery. I live in New Zealand, so pretty good. I'm old now and gotten fat. My kids are coming of age and I worry the world is splitting apart. Mostly I eat too much, and when I think about not eating to help get myself under control, the anxiety makes me eat more. I want to be healthy, but I spent near 40 years not being healthy and now it's all piled up. My kids seem fairly healthy, but because of the crazy world I am sure one bad hit and they'll eat like me and never leave a safe house. Just anxious and worried constantly. But I haven't been spending tons of cash since we don't have it. This gives me hopes for upping my savings once I can start making money again. Thanks for asking. I hope you are doing well. Having a bit of a rough pain day. Thanks for asking, smiley face. Lonely, as per usual. I've always had a hard time reaching out to make friends, or show interest, or hell, even gain interest in someone in the first place. When I can't sleep on nights like this, it's all I ever think about. My older brother died suddenly a couple days ago and I've been trying my best to handle it, to varying degrees of success. We've been living on opposite sides of the country for a while now and I feel like it might not be hitting me as hard as it would have if we saw each other regularly. Still just feels like he's only just a phone call away. Right around now is when I'd usually be calling him actually. To catch up and all that, we typically speak once a month. I keep catching myself reaching for my phone and getting excited about a thing that happened recently or some dumb joke I know he'll find funny, only to quickly remember that there's no one there to answer. The only thing that gives me a little solace, if only in a bittersweet sort of way, is knowing that he'll never have to feel the pain of what it's like to lose a brother. Turns out it really fucking sucks, and I'm just glad he won't have to experience that kind of loss. Anyway, sorry y'all. I haven't actually talked to anyone about this yet, and I suppose this was me finally doing that. Easier when it's said into the void and to strangers, I guess. Alone and hopeless. I've been chillin' and getting some kicks out of Reddit, so pretty good, I guess. Alone, depressed, and feeling like no one would notice if I was gone. I pet a cat. I feel content. Tired. Depression has decided to stop by for a visit this weekend. Kinda lonely. Just gonna call it a night, I think. Bit lonely, thanks for asking lol. How about yourself? Kind of all over the place. There's obviously the election for one thing. My family made sure to vote early because we're worried about any escalations that might happen the day of or day after. We're black, so we're probably just going to stay in the house and lay low for a bit. A few days ago, I got an email from my college saying how the upcoming semester will be exactly the same as this one. In hindsight, I should have expected this. Obviously nothing is improving. But I was excited to go back. I was going to move into an apartment with the drummer of my band. But now I'm going to just spend the rest of the year in my parents' house. Not that I mind too much. One of the plus sides of COVID is that I get to spend more time with them. But it still is disappointing. A friend from campus the other day said she was thinking about me and wanted to catch up. We ended up FaceTiming for an hour, talking about a range of topics. I haven't seen her since last November, so that was quite nice. Thanks for asking. How are things on your end? It's my birthday and I'm feeling pretty great. I love my girlfriend for caring about me so much. Stressed. I only have 4 exams left and about 2 more months of school. After that I'm officially a mechanical engineer. For now I'm just studying as hard as I can. Not well. My 18-year cat is slowly passing away and I grew up with her. I hope she'll go without any pain. So tired of fighting for my mental health during a lockdown. I feel like I only have a few real friends. Freaking manic. I ran around like a chicken with my head cut off for 12 hours, unusual for me, spent a crapton of money, and am still awake at almost 3:30 am. I'm very numb and overwhelmed and I want to cry, but I physically cannot. I've been so stressed out and anxious that my chest pains have returned and I just live with it now. It's just another thing that's normal, TK, me having chronic chest pains that hurt even worse when I move or sneeze or even breathe. I had to drop out of college, but I need to finish my degree and I feel very broken and stupid because I don't want this. But if I don't even do this, I don't have anything left. I'm not on speaking terms with my parents and I feel unsafe in my house. I lost all my friends because I pushed them away. I'm lonely, numb, and hurting a lot, and I keep thinking about dying. I want to cry right now, but like I said, I cannot even cry. So feeling very shitty. Thank you for asking, really. Watching Vsauce while baked as heck. Worried about my daughter. She keeps saying she sees and talks to grandma and she died from cancer 2 years ago. We're considering a child psychologist. I'm feeling not so great. My anxiety is through the roof and I'm not so happy with my mother. Happy enough. About to go to sleep after a boozy Saturday. Slight anxiety about a Twitter argument being visible to friends who follow me, but nothing major. Excited. Man, I'm making some homemade oven fries and I can't wait to see how well done will they be in 30 minutes, and extra crispy too. I'm in a terrible state. I would say it's probably the worst stage of my life experienced so far. Wife gave birth 4 months ago to a healthy baby boy. She got diagnosed with postpartum psychosis. It's been a challenge taking care of a newborn by myself with a partner that wants nothing to do with the baby and at the same time hating you for whatever reason her mind conjured up. It's been getting better, but every few days it hits rock bottom again. First time in our 13 years of relationship that we've been quarreling, and she has been throwing divorce around like it's nothing. She's been telling me she regrets the baby, wants to go back to the past, wants me to leave her, etc. Fuck man. I haven't been back to work in almost 5 months due to COVID-19 and having pneumonia. It feels like I left my team to suffer. Since I'm the only person out, it feels like I will be hated when I return due to missing out on a few major events like turnaround maintenance. I'll be back next week probably, and I am anxious to return. I would be lying if I say I didn't try to delay the return due to the stuff at home. Gayer than usual. Dude, I don't know. It's the middle of the night here, and I went from binging horror B movies to Phineas and Ferb to Little Women, ATL, which is its own kind of scary. Saw a Reddit post about the moon being visible all over the world and determined it is lies. Because it's raining outside, throughout this exciting evening I've also been eating anything and everything that I get the craving for. In conclusion, best Halloween ever. Depressed as shit. My mother went on another rant yesterday and called me the worst thing that ever happened to her. Then she called my father a shit man and told him to kill himself. She also just came into my room and judged me for eating, telling me I'll become fat. Even though I always skirt on the edge of an eating disorder and she knows that. Oh, and she also complimented what a pretty girl I am and how feminine I am even though I am a trans man. So that gave me an extra boost of dysphoria and depression. I also did not study at all because I couldn't concentrate due to my mum yelling or me being depressed, and my final exams are next week so will probably fail. I want to end this shit already, but that would take effort and I can't be bothered getting out of bed. No one will see this but I feel great. Started new meds after a breakdown 2 months ago and I've never felt this free of anxiety, stress and depression in my life. I've managed to do my internship and play with my dogs, go on walks, just enjoy normal life again, and I couldn't be more grateful. Not gonna lie, but I feel pretty great right now. I just kinda went outside at 2:30 a.m. and kinda just vibed in the moonlight. It's a very surreal experience. Everyone should try it out sometime. Especially on a full moon. Although it was a bit chilly, so bring a jacket. Drunk and happy as hell about this extra hour of Sleep America shit. Thanks for watching. See you later.